the Grand Rapids camp, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. And this topic, live stream is basically going to be about ye shall be tried, because in especially in the Negro Christian world, the wacky-tacky Christian world, they believe that you are not supposed to be tested while you're in this truth. Like, for instance, what would a pastor say when a person asks for a car or some other type of BS? The pastor say, "Oh, just have faith and it'll come to you." No, when you come in this truth, things actually get more difficult because the Lord tests you to see what manner of person you are. And I'm going to bring out a few scriptures according to that point. And the first scripture I'm going to bring out is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. Well, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 2, verse 5. And it says, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 5. It says, "For as gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, so the Lord gives you hard times to test what manner of man you are." Gold is tried in the fire to see its purity, and men in the furnace of adversity, hard times or trouble. So that's the Lord directly letting you know that you're going to be tested. As soon as you come into this thing, you're going to be tested. And you're going to be tested the whole way. And these tests are light compared to the reward that we're going to receive being in this faith, And then being tested also measures the faith that you have, And the next scripture I'm going to get is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 11 and 14. Let's see. Sirach 11 and 14. "Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from the Lord." I mean, that's just plain. Prosperity, riches, poverty, and death. What scripture is that where it says, what if you received your consolation? Basically, when you prosper in this society, that's basically the Lord giving you a consolation. You have been consoled. That's why it says prosperity, riches, adversity. It all comes from the Lord, Let me see. This is right. What do the scriptures say? Woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. And you don't. What is it? Luke 6 and 24. "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation." Because it comes from the Lord too. You receive your consolation. That's your prize for not waiting on the Lord or not having faith. You have faith in Satan, the devil, or the so-called white man, the wicked. Then guess what? You're going to get a consolation. But that means you're going to be destroyed on this side, because that all comes from the Lord. Your hard times come from the Lord and everything, So, you don't come into the truth thinking that, once you come into the truth, everything is just supposed to be easy. No, everything actually gets more difficult because the Lord got to test what manner of man you are, Not everybody is actually worthy of it, Actually, we're not worthy of it. The brothers always let you know it ain't because we're so smart or so righteous or anything that we've done that we have this knowledge. It's because the Lord decided to open up our minds to this truth, and it's our duty to push this word out. That's what the Lord opened our mind for, so we can push this word out and fish for the elect, and He can bring the judgment to this place. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And that right there, the point is, though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and affliction, your teachers ain't going to be removed in the corner anymore. Your teacher is going through this affliction. When you learn this truth and you accept it, you go through the affliction. And that shows what manner of man you are, or what manner of man you're going to become, That also brings me to that one precept where it says some fell on stony ground. Let's see. Stony. Because that's one of the prophecies that Yahushua said. What is it? Mark. What is it? Mark 4, and I'm gonna just start at the top. And he began again to teach by the seaside, and there was gathered unto him a great multitude, so that he entered into the ship and sat in the sea. And the whole multitude was by the sea on the land. And he taught them many things by parables, and said unto them in his doctrine, Hearken, behold, there went out a sower to sow. And it came to pass, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came and devoured it up. And some fell on stony ground, where it had not much earth, and immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of earth. But when the sun was up, it was scorched, and because it had no root, it withered away. And some fell among the thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no fruit. And other fell on good ground, and did yield fruit, and sprang up, and increased, and brought forth some 30, some 60, and some 100. And he said unto them, He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Because not everybody can hear this truth, You'll mess around and hear this word, and then you're going to fall on one of those grounds. The word is going to be choked out of you through adversities, or you just going to immediately fall out because you have no depth. You have no real understanding of the truth, no understanding of these scriptures, And some is going to fall on good ground, and, the some that's not rooted, be in it a few years and fall out, So not everybody is even meant to get this word. But through adversity, that's how you're going to be tested. When you come into the truth, what do the scriptures say? When you come into the truth, prepare thy soul for temptation. Matter of fact, I get that too. You see, this is also Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. And that's plain, man. You're going to go through hard times when you come to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to test what manner of man you are, So don't think everything is just going to get better being in the truth. Your woman will leave you, your friends will leave your company. You're actually going to become a loner. If you wasn't a loner, you're gonna know, you're gonna learn how to be, you know, because that's what happens when you're in this truth, you know. This thing is not this thing is not for what is it? Finding new friends or or being the next hot thing, you know, because it's not a popular thing to be a prophet, you know. I mean, when you read the scriptures, what is it? What is it? Israel killed the prophets, you know. But that's also why the Lord said that your teachers shall not be removed in a corner anymore, because back then Israel was gung ho about killing prophets, man. You know, they listen to the prophet, listen to a bad message from the prophet, and then they fuck around and kill the prophet, man, because they hate to hear the truth. It actually goes into that lesson that me and the brothers had did a couple of days ago, that Israel been wicked, man.